Hi Pisces, this is your August 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if you're at Pisces Venus, for example, watching, this would be more in the way of, say, a romance or love reading for you. Otherwise, this is a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising for August 2020. What does Pisces need to know for August 2020? Messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Messages for Pisces, August 2020. All right, guys. So we have a Celtic Cross for your main spread today. As always, I will get a card from each of the oracles for you. And let us get into it. What is the situation for you? Very cool. Starting off with that really strong Magician. Little bit of juggling, but you've been here before. A lot of some effort involved, but okay, so far so good. Wow, gorgeous energy here, Pisces. A little bit of boredom, could be worse. Nice messages of love down here. So we have two twos already. We have some work, service, or health energy, and then we have the Death card at the very end. I'm probably going to get a qualifier for the Death card. And yeah, I want to mention as well that we are dealing with, what do we got here? Two twos. We have two aces. New workplace or home could feature for you. I don't think two twos are significant. I am going to look, however. I am not opposed to looking. So far we have a new workplace or home. We have manifestation potential over here. We could have a passion that's being denied. We could have a passion that is not, doesn't give you the feeling you thought it might, for example. It could be dealing with a Leo and a Cancer individual, and certainly a Scorpio and Virgo individual. If they are not individuals, this is going to be energy. So we're dealing with sex, death, and rebirth over here, or shared finances. We're dealing with work, service, and health, or parental relationships. We're dealing with home and family, cars and travel, mothers and intuition over here. And we're dealing with a Leo over here, or fifth house energy. So this is sex, romance, and creativity. And then Mercury ruled Magician over here. So what you're thinking is what you're bringing about. So high manifestation potential this month for you. Bottom of the deck being the Ace of Swords is extremely significant for me. I don't see aces often. They're a very, very coveted group of cards. And this is a victory of the mind, Pisces. A victory of the mind. Now, this is extremely significant, particularly for a water sign like yours, because I know the struggle is real. I'm a water sign as well. So sometimes there's a sense of our feelings. We intuit things and then we can't back it up, or we intuit things and don't know how to express it, or we can't get through to someone, or even explain ourselves, even explain why it is, why we feel or think a certain way. And I think this is a real kind of clarifying, victorious moment for you. There's a real essence of knowing exactly what it is you want, and even if it's by virtue of elimination, you know, that process of elimination, there's a great deal of personal power that's felt in here as well. So, you know, it is extremely positive, I would say. For bottom of the deck energy, I would trust your mind. I would be on your own side and trust your own sense of mental clarity at this time. So we're looking around the first week here. I know these are up a little bit late, so I would say between the 7th and 9th day of the month. The situation is the Magician. It's crossed by the Two of Pentacles. So you could be juggling something. I would keep your mind straight, keep your mind clear. It's going to save the day for you. So don't get caught up in something that feels like you're juggling, right? or something that feels like it's on repeat. We know that with the Two of Pentacles, even though it's a minor arcana, there is a sense of infinity here with it. Sometimes in the other artwork, certainly Rider-Waite, there's like the infinity symbol around the pentacles that she's juggling here. And there's some choppy waters in the background. So there is something definitely here that could be affecting your emotional world, but not necessarily poorly, okay? Not necessarily poorly. I do see you having a fix on it. I do see you being acutely, and this is going to be your cape. This is your superpower cape this month, guys. This is going to make all the difference. A sense of mental clarity is really going to help pull you through something where there is a juggling act or a decision or even a choice to make here about a person, place, or thing, right? It could even be a direction. Could even be about an entrepreneurial or money-making venture here as well. It could have to do with travel. So bottom of the, foundation of the reading, here is the Chariot. So as I mentioned, it is Cancer ruled. Cancer is ruled by the 4th house, and that's why I went and explained some things like mother and intuition and the home and the family and cars and travel. So that's what I'm relating to it. I know it's the card 7, but Cancer is ruled, astrologically by the 4th house. And Chariot is a victory as well. So we're dealing with some significant victories here, guys. And this is really extremely important, at least to me. This is really important. So not only do you have a major mental victory, profound victory here, even due to or because or it's going to influence mental clarity, but the foundation of the entire reading for you is a victory. So just really positive vibes all around for sure. And I would even say there's really no difficult energy here for you. There's a little bit of boredom over here, but could be worse. Really nothing difficult. And again, I promise I'll look in depth at the Death card at the end. Something will be significantly transformed, possibly having to do with good news or a creative outlet here. So that's very positive. But here in your recent past, a new project or a new passion. If this is a love reading, definitely a new lover, but definitely something very, very exciting here in your recent past, okay, guys? So something like a spark of genius, a spark of inspiration. It is really nice to see these two together. It's almost like you were mentally clear about which direction to take, for example. That could be part of it, or how to make money, or how to promote yourself, right? So it is interesting also to note we're not dealing with a major up here, but we do have Leo rules. All kings are fixed energy, so of course fixed wand, it would be Leo. So we have Leo and then Cancer down here. So I want to mention that there is definitely a polarity. There is sun and moon, day and night, up and down, this type of thing. So I really feel like this juggling could even be between your male and masculine and feminine sides, up and down, this and that, back and forth. Something about a polarity here could play a big part for you as well. What you're doing between what you're thinking, that type of thing. But I digress. In the what is crowning you position, certainly what could very well be working for you is, this Leo energy, right? And this is self-promotion, entrepreneurial energy. Leo is ruled by the sun, so there's a lot of like effervescence and, good times and good feelings and creative. I would even go so far as to say, even if this is a general reading for you for Pisces Sun Moon risings, that this is this is just a feel-good energy. Whether or not you're flirting, there's a lot of love and there's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of joy in the air. So this is extremely beautiful. Here in your near future, we have the Four of Cups. This is simply boredom. It's just a little bit of restlessness. It's really not like a downer. Trust me, it's not a downer. It's just kind of like I said, if it's because it's mirroring the Ace of Wands here, there's just a sense of kind of like, it's not as exciting as it was or as you wanted it to be, but it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It's just a little bit of kind of a letdown, but you can do something about it. You can change your mind about it. You can decide to think or feel about it differently. And maybe you can choose again. Maybe you can go in a different direction, but if that's the worst that's going to happen to something that's just landed in your lap or just been given to you, that you're a little bit bored with it, you know, that's not the worst fate. So here in how you see yourself as someone who is, you know, just a younger type person, younger energy, water signs, could be another Pisces, could also be a Scorpio or Cancer. It is very interesting to me though that we are dealing with some strong water sign energy. So I know that this could be any water sign, but this is a really sensitive energy, right? No matter what water sign it is, it's just sensitive. And this is 10 to 1 going to be someone's child, your child, or someone just generally speaking who's younger than you. No matter how old you are, it's younger than you. It's someone's, could be a family member. But ultimately, if it's just energetic and this isn't about a person, and this is just energy, this is just really nice news, guys. This is a creative outlet. This is positive news. Could be an engagement, could be a proposal, right? But there's an introspection here, and there's definitely a shyness, maybe someone who doesn't believe in their own talents. But how you see yourself is definitely as someone who's very, very creative, and that's wonderful. So here's our second two. Here's how others see you, and this is you being sort of that independent player, where, you know, you're willing to go off in a direction that creatively enhances how you feel about life. You need to be creative here. So this could very well be a creative venture for you, and you're definitely making a move. You're taking a path into something that's going to be very fulfilling for you and very successful, in all probability, very successful for you. Here in your hopes and fears is the work, service, health card. This is 6th house Virgo energy. So this is parent-child relationships, but more significantly, it's work, service, health. So there's also a great deal of inner wisdom and introspection here as well when it comes to the Hermit. So you've gone deep within. You're very, very comfortable with yourself, and your hope and fear here is that process, that practice, or this attitude or sense of self is your hope. It's going to make all the difference, and it could be because this is what you're creatively bringing to fruition here. It's because you've done that introspective work. I'm going to pull some extra energy on this guy, but I do want to look at the Death card with you. Of course, the author calls it transformation, which is really a fantastic word to describe the death experience, the death of anything. I mean, it's the transformation. Energy doesn't die, right? So I don't see this as a physical death at all. I do see this as a major transformation around a creative project that has to do with work, service, and health. Could I get a qualifier? Could qualify the Death card as the outcome for Pisces August 2020? Why is the Death card the outcome card for Pisces August 2020? Qualify the Death card for, okay, so this has to do, this is really nice. So this is creative, a huge creative potential. This is the Goddess. I know it's the Empress. But I consider this the Goddess card. This is extremely productive energy. Produce. This person, probably a woman, whether it's you or someone else, Pisces, this is someone who is just in constant production mode, whether she is physically giving birth to a creative project, whether she's physically giving birth to a child. If you are a Pisces who is pregnant and about to give birth in the month of August, congratulations. This could actually be occurring for you because it would be the transformation of your the maiden life into the mother life, right? Maiden, mother, crone. So this would be a whole new phase of life for you if that's the case. But ultimately, it would be a new phase of life for you creatively as a producer. Very exciting reading, guys. Really, probably one of the most positive out of the whole monthlies that I've done for August. So nothing difficult, nothing tricky. We'll see what your oracles have to say. Wow, okay. We have another meditation card. I do think that you've done or are interested in doing some soul searching, which is really nice as well. That's where the personal power is at, guys, and maybe that was a sense of clarity here. It's kind of like you are aware that you are, you know, even though we work with others and we, you know, we rely on others and we correspond with others, etc. There's always a sense of self-reliance. We always have to look in the mirror at the end of the night. So I think that could be even part of your personal power right now, or a sense of clarity, is that the acceptance of that, right? It's like, we do need others to get things done, but ultimately it's about you and what you give and what you get. All right, so we have so far a lot of oracles jumping out from several different decks for you, but I do have a minute here, so I will go through these with you. It is very interesting to have all this really strong manifestation energy. It's I would take the Magician being the theme or the situation for the month rather seriously here. I think that's a really, really important energy and really important terminology. Okay. The Magician is the same in all tarot. So if you'd like more information on that, you can just Google the Magician, the tarot, and then just type in the Magician and learn more about what it has to offer in terms of its terminology. You might find more information there. But in terms of what I'm offering here, it's manifestation power, right? And that's why it's so important to be in charge of your own mind. Very exciting. Manifestation power is at an all-time high, and it looks very, very likely that you definitely have the power to create something new, at least by the end of the month. Something significant by the end of the month, possibly even a brand new life. Remember, we had a brand new situation back here and a brand new sense of clarity or victory over there. So new workplace or home could feature here as well, guys. All right, and I thought another one turned around while I was shuffling. I guess not. Okay, so like I said, we have meditation here, which is in conjunction with the Hermit card. I do think going in self-reliance. So, right, let me go back up a tiny bit. Self-reliance is not the same as doing everything by yourself. Self-reliance is making sure that everything you do is it's quality. Like, you're reliant on yourself. You don't need anybody else to do it for you, but you know when to ask for help and you know who to reach out to get what you need in order to get things done. So in order to stay self-motivated and independent. So here with Imagine a New Life, I really see this as such a positive thing. These are not the same colors necessarily, but it is significant that they're both really dreamy, right? There's this real dream quality that's going on here. So something that's going on in your mind is really taking over and has massive potential for a very positive new life. And again, we're seeing this over here, giving birth to something that's going to change something, really, really change something here through transformation. Something will never be the same again. Mouse, grouse, and armadillo coming out of the medicine cards deck. So we have scrutiny, we have sacred spiral, and boundaries. So those terminologies hopefully are significant for you. But, you know, scrutiny, just make sure you're scrutinizing the right things and you learn to take a step back. And this could be part of it too. If you find that you're over-analyzing or over-scrutinizing something, it could be that you do need to take a step back or take a step away or create some balance. So scrutiny is important until it's not. Then we need a big picture, right? The eagle eye view. Grouse here is looking at sacred spiral. Here's where we're looking at something having to do with your ancestors, very possibly. Something having to do with what's it called, like an empire, something that's going to outlive you. Sacred spiral is something that lasts forever. And then armadillo creates boundaries, or you're being asked to create healthy boundaries here, of course. And then pay attention to the red flags, guys. The signs are cautioning you. This is very interesting because I really don't see any difficulty or any roadblocks or barriers here. But I would say, you know, whatever you consider to be a red flag, whatever you intuit or suss out to be a red flag or a situation you'd rather not deal with or rather not confront, you know, I would just pay attention to that and follow your instincts really this month, because you're really on target and you definitely have, whatever the focus is, guys, you definitely have a focus. So stick to that. Don't let anyone step on your toes. Don't step on theirs. Definitely don't be the person waving those red flags, but look out for them. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. I love reading for you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now.